Everyone talks about community, but few people actually know how to build a community that feels alive. So if you're building a community on Skool, then this is something where you should pay attention, because I'm going to tell you the 7 secrets that make a community so good it actually happens in real life. And the last secret is the biggest cheat code to grow your community on autopilot. So stay engaged, watch until the end, and trust me, you won't regret it. Because yesterday I met up with Goose and Evelyn, which are some of the biggest players on Skool, and a bunch of other schoolers at the Oktoberfest. So this is kind of what it looks like. And this is actually the Skool news. So if we check this out, we have this here in the background, and being live on the Oktoberfest. Let's check this out in full screen. And that is us. There we go. Yes. All right. So yeah, that was an incredible experience, just being there with everyone together, celebrating community in person. Even though I don't drink, and like most of us actually don't drink, but we were still having like fun together, being together. Here is Evelyn and Goose. This is kind of like the way that I organize people within the network. And I kind of keep track on like how many interactions I've had with them. So here Goose is almost at level 2 already, while Evelyn is still more in the beginning because I just didn't have as many interactions with her. But she is like an absolute beast when it comes to running meta ads, specializing in low ticket, while Goose is the world tour, doing the school mascot, and basically building a SaaS company. And this is what the world tour looks like. So I absolutely love that I can embed everything in Notion. So next up is Vienna, and then they're going to the US, San Diego, Atlanta, then Costa Rica, so South America, and eventually it will be in Antarctica, which is like freaking crazy. So this is who they are in Skool respectively. And before we went on the Oktoberfest and things got a little bit wild, we actually had a mastermind session in Munich and talked about how to build highly engaged communities. And there I came up with 7 secrets. The first 3, if you've been to any of the Goose calls, you probably know them. The first one is a shared purpose. So something that we did in the game now on getting the start together, it's like we had a shared purpose. We were all working towards the same goal. And if you want to do something similar in your community, it's really key that there is like one thing that you go after. And sometimes this can also be just like an enemy figure. So I like to see the traditional education system as the enemy of us that we want to work against. And this is this shared purpose that we are all kind of like, we are all having and we're all working towards. Then the second one is frequent interactions. And this is something we've been pushing a lot during the process on getting the star. Just frequently interacting, having an engagement post and a value post. So both of those were super helpful in just making members in the community interact more often with one another. And then the third one, because like both of these are technically in almost every business, but the third one is only for communities. So the third secret is all about inside jokes. And you may think this is a bit of a silly one, and that's exactly what it is. The inside jokes are all about creating a separation between people inside the community and people outside of that. So because you are in on the joke, you feel like you're part of the larger whole. You're one of us because you understand the joke. And this is a key aspect of community, because like then we have like us versus them. So now we have the traits that are more towards like the owner, on like what you have to embody in order to just lead a community in a way. And this is something that I haven't really heard before. So I found this very interesting talking with Goose and Evelyn. So the first one of that is you just have to be comfortable with who you are. So that's the authentic thing. So I wouldn't be able to walk around with like these like colorful outfit. Oh yeah, I guess I would be comfortable with that. But like the aspect of like what Goose is doing, like that's authentic to him, and like his love for Pokemon. Like I like Pokemon, but I don't love it to the degree that he does it. And if I were to try to force this, it wouldn't be authentic. I love Star Wars and I love like fiction fictional stories. And this is what I'm tapping into in order to just be comfortable with who I am. And it's just something that people see and it's like, oh, like obviously this guy loves Star Wars. Obviously this guy loves stories and games. And it's not something that I like would ever want to fake. So this is secret 4. Then we have the 5th one, which is you need to know where you're going. And I think this is the key aspect of a guide. And like you have already traveled the journey to a degree. You can tell people the directions. You don't need to know like exactly the end destination, because along the journey this kind of like comes up, but you need to know the direction. You need to be able to point people in a certain direction when they come and ask for guidance, because that's what you do as the owner of the community. I don't see myself as the guru who knows everything, but I see myself as a guide who has walked the path, and who is able to say, it's like, hey, if you go this direction, then this is probably happening because this is what happened to me. And that's why I think we need to have this clarity. It's like, okay, this is where we're going. We're going to change the education system. We're going to make learning fun again, and we're going to use the art of storytelling in order to like network and play together and actually collaborate on this thing. So that leads us to secret number 6, which is just having fun while getting there. It's the enjoyment of the process. And I think this may be the most important thing, because like if you don't actually enjoy doing these things, then it will never work. And something that Goose said that just still is in my mind, and I was like, oh yeah, like bro, I feel the same way, is he has to hold himself back to not post too often in his community, because like he's like, it's so fun, but like I'm only supposed to post like at like a maximum 1 time a day, like maybe 2 times. And it's like I need to hold myself back, and it's not like I have to post, but like I get to post, I get to engage, I get to hop on these calls, and like someone literally has to drag me away because we're going to the sauna for me to stop these. So that's the 6th aspect, and to just enjoy that, because the one who loves walking goes further than anyone who has a destination. And if we love the thing of our community so much that we just do it longer than anyone else, then we actually cannot lose, because that's the infinite game. And now we get to the 7th secret. So props to you for like having the attention and the focus to stay till the end, which is all about getting the star. So this is something that Sophia had a challenge, and she's like, I'm going to get you the star by the end of the month. And we actually did that, 30, but we actually are now in the 29. We jumped even further, because now look at this. We are at rank 28. So let's go, Sophia. Well done. Absolutely love this. This happened 2 hours ago when we were at rank 30. And this actively puts us as one of the top 1% communities on Skool. And through this aspect, which is kind of like the secret 7th one, is more people will now get to know the community, because we are now in the discovery. And if you can get the star in that sense, and we'll probably dive a little bit deeper on like how we actually got the star, because Sophia has like some mad tactics on how we were able to do that, including a challenge. And this is going to be a future video, so if you have any questions, do let us know, and we'll include this in there.